interesting. Is it okay if I share a little bit about myself?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. My name is Cliff Royal, and I'm your MC host tonight, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here. And I've come, wow, I've changed. I've come from many different places to be here tonight with you. I actually live in New Zealand, and I've been like bunny hopping country to country. It's like hard to keep up, but it's fun. And that wasn't what my life was like. I've had the privilege of being with this company that we're going to share some information with you tonight. For 14 years, I've had the benefit of just chilling and spending time with highly successful people who are dedicated and focused on helping me achieve the success I'm looking for in life. And so I've come a long way. I've got a corporate background. I left that, yay, and now my life is completely different. And so tonight you're going to hear some stories around how that's changed other people's lives, okay? Just a little bit about me, just so that you know. I'm also a dad, and I've had the pleasure of bringing my son up on the products that we're going to share with you tonight. He's 13, and it's amazing if you're a parent, just being able to make a difference in your children's life in this way. So tonight we're here to learn about Life Force. What are you going to find out tonight? You're going to find out about this amazing company called Life Force International. You're going to find out about an outstanding range of wellness products, revolutionary weight loss program. You're going to find out how these products are transforming people's lives. This isn't theory. This is happening. This is the hottest thing on the planet. You'll also find out how you can benefit from those products, and how you'll find out also about our business, and if you like what you see, how you can join us, yeah? Because if we're going to transform this world, which is part of our global vision, we can't do it by ourselves. And so we welcome people into our community. Tonight, you may have seen some information. We've got guest speakers, one in particular, special guest speaker. He's sought after internationally. This is a person who's earned $125,000 for 15 minutes work. Okay? Yeah. US, yeah. And this gentleman, you're going to hear and learn some insights from just a legend, a living legend in our industry. So I'm really excited for you, because you're here tonight and you get to hear firsthand from this gentleman. We're so fortunate. He's come here, we're privileged, and he's going to be sharing his wisdom, his insights of his experience as a leader and an icon in our industry for free. Okay, amazing. So I mentioned you're going to find out about Life Force. So I would like to welcome up a leader in our company. And I would submit that he's not just a leader in our company. He's a leader amongst people. He lives by example. He comes from a corporate background. He's a professor of economics. He's highly skilled, risen to the top in the mainstream corporate world. His experience is vast. He's very generous with his time, his knowledge, and his commitment to our community. He comes to us as a very wealthy, successful person. Look, this person I'm going to introduce you to doesn't need to work another day of his life. If he doesn't want to. Picture yourself. Would you like to be in that situation? Anyone? Yeah. So, I would like you to put your hands together and give a very warm welcome for Michael Jude.
You all. It's such a pleasure to be back on the Gold Coast. My wife and I, well, is it okay if I tell you a little bit about myself? Yeah, my wife and I met in the Southern Hemisphere 20 years ago. We've had a home on the Gold Coast for many, many years, a decade at least, so I feel like it's home, and it's good to be here. As Cliff said, I have had a varied background, and the funny thing is, if you had told me 20 years ago that I would be doing what I'm doing now, I would have said, no way. I said, what is this, a bad joke, right? But the truth is, when I found out about this industry called network marketing and this company called Lifeforce International, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited that I actually sat up in bed and said, this is it, I found it. I feel like those gold miners, out in WA or over here in Queensland, where they find the gold and they go, yeah, this is it, I found the gold mine. And I did. You see, in those days, after I met my wife, Krista, we were traveling around and we were like a lot of newlyweds. We were out of money, kind of, not out of luck, but out of clues. Look, love is great, and they say money doesn't make it all happen, and very much still in love, but that lack of money created stress in our relationship. Anybody relate to that? The lack of money, limiting our options, where we could live, what we could eat, what we could do, all of it. And we refused to get standard jobs. We were over that. We realized that being relatively young, we weren't going to sell the rest of our lives. We weren't going to sell our future. We weren't going to enter into that wage slave thing and just rent off our time. It made no sense, and it still doesn't. But we were very fortunate because somebody invited us to a meeting just like this, and we found out about network marketing. And we found out about Lifeforce International. And what we found is that this is the most ethical, most fair, most generous, most freedom, abundance-loving place to possibly spend the rest of our lives. So we're here, we've been here almost 20 years, and we love it. Wouldn't be anywhere else. Cliff introduced me as a very wealthy man, it's true. My wife and I, we make an extraordinary amount of money. We could have retired many, many, many years ago, a decade ago, and yet we're still here. We're still here because we love it. We love the vision of this company. See, this company is all about people. It's a people company. It's all about freedom and abundance and options and choice, empowering human potential. That's what it's all about, and that's what we're about. My experience is that most people we run into, they're about that too. Given the choice, given the resources, given the ability to choose what they want to do, most people will choose for freedom and contribution. See, Lifeforce is an interesting company because it didn't start out as a network marketing company. It didn't start out, well, let's put this company together and we'll find some good products and we'll go make a lot of money. It didn't start like that. It started with the love of a man for his wife. The owners, Jerry and Wayne Hillman, were in love, they were young, and Jerry was stricken. She was stricken with what today we would call a combination of fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue. In those days, they didn't even have a name for it. This is 30, 35 years ago. The doctors basically said, we don't know what to do. Take her home. Make her comfortable. Wayne was not going to let that be the end. Wayne had remembered some research around sea vegetation and other natural ingredients. They formulated a product. Jerry had a recovery. Within 3 months, she was back. Now that's a beautiful story, and it's a beautiful beginning. But I just want to tell you what they did. They said, this is too good. We can't keep this to ourselves. So they started putting the product out to the public through doctors, healthcare providers, and other licensed practitioners. They did that for about 15 years. So if you wanted our products, you had to go to a licensed practitioner. That's how safe they are, and that's how effective they are, right? Thousands and thousands of doctors and healthcare practitioners using and recommending our products. Well, about 15 years ago, they decided they wanted to get it out to a bigger audience. And they had such integrity and such high ethics and such a bold vision. They said, we're going to get it out to as many people as possible and as quickly as possible, and we're going to use network marketing as our vehicle. And since then, it's taken off. It's a worldwide phenomenon. So the company, no company's perfect, right? Anybody know a perfect company? No, I don't know any. Every company makes mistakes. But what I look for as a business person is, what do they do about it? Yeah? I have people in my life that make mistakes, right? Anybody know any perfect people? Other than yourself? No, of course not. We all make mistakes. The question of integrity and character is, what do we do about it? what do we do about those mistakes? And what I've seen is this company, every single time, has done the right thing. They have done the right thing by us and by their vision. And the vision's a bold one. The vision is empowering human potential, empowering us to have better lives, more fulfilled, more satisfying, lives of abundance and freedom. So folks, I would encourage you to look in your life and look and see, what are my vehicles? What do I have that can give me radiant health and financial abundance and great relationships and the ability to work and make a difference? My work makes a difference. Look for yourself. And if any of that can use a little bit of improvement, for a lot of people it's going to be finances, a lot of people it's going to be in the health area, then I invite you to look very carefully at what we have here. Because see, this company is committed to excellence. The vision of this company is powerful, it's strong, it's powerful. It's changing the world. It's changing the world. I don't know about you, but I want to be part of something bigger than me. I mean, I love having nice things, I love my family, I love the things I do, and yet there's more. Have you ever gotten something and you really want it, and you get it, and you go, oh, is that all there is? A raise or a new position or a new toy, and is that all there is? Anybody experience that? Yeah. And I have too. What I know is the only way that I can find something that's going to keep me inspired and keep me going is to find something bigger than myself, find a vision that's bigger than me. Now, I don't know anybody that's committed to world war. I think everybody's committed to world peace, right? Anybody not committed to world peace? Yeah, we all are. And yet, what can I do about that? Well, I can conduct my life in a peaceful way. But let's get down to what can I do today? Well, a wise man once shared with me, he said, Michael, Jude, if you have an empty plate, you're a burden on the community. Get that? If I have an empty plate, I'm a burden on the community. He said, if you have a full plate, you can feed the community. See, I take it as my mission, I call it my spiritual mission, to be a wealthy man, grounded in integrity and ethics, so I can have a full plate and feed communities. Now I'd invite you to look for yourself. Is that something that resonates with you? Do you want to have something that you can take care of yourself and your family and have some experience and some resources and time and contribute to the world? Because if that's what you're about, if you want that, then this is the right place to be. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming here. And Cliff, back over to you.
Thank you so much, Michael Jude, for everything you and your lovely wife, Crystal Way, do for our community. It's exceptional. We mentioned we'd share a little bit about Life Force. So Life Force is a company with integrity. It's a company with vision, experience. It's a company committed to people's health, well-being, and financial success. And it's a company with a vision. It's also a company with outstanding products. So I would like to welcome up Vera West, our next guest speaker, to share with you some benefits and insights into our major weight loss program called BeNEW and perhaps some of our other products. Now, Vera West is certified in health and nutrition, and she has a degree in hypnotherapy. She's also a journey practitioner, and in my eyes, she's wildly successful as a business entrepreneur in Life Force. Please welcome Vera West.
Thank you. It's so lovely to see a room full of people. So I'm going to ask your permission to share a little bit about myself too. So my journey with Body Balance, I came in on the product, I had hot flushes. I'm closer to 50 now than I am to 40, so you can take a guess where I'm at. And I had hot flushes, and I was looking for something, and I took Body Balance, and the flushes just decreased within a matter of weeks till I just didn't have them anymore. So I was totally sold. Just so I know, how many of you are already on, how many of you are totally new to these products, know nothing about any of our products? Is there anyone in the room? Okay, so there's a couple of you. Great. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit about what's in this absolutely extraordinary cutting edge product, BeNEW, but I'll just go through a little bit about what's in Body Balance, because Body Balance, as you heard from Michael, is our flagship product. And it's basically, I'll set up the dilemma. The dilemma is that the soils are depleted. We don't have any more minerals in the soils because of lack of crop rotation. So the soils are depleted, and if we're eating the foods that we're eating and the toxins and all the sprays and the pesticides that are in the foods, we're actually not getting the minerals that we need in our bodies, and that's leading to degenerative disease. And so we need to solve this problem. And if the solution was, you know, pills and capsules, you know, we'd all be healthy, but we're not. So what Life Force has come up with is a liquid organic whole food. So this is not a supplement, it's a beautiful liquid organic whole food. And by whole food, what we mean is it's a food as nature intended it. So it's made up of 9 seaweeds and organic aloe vera put together to create this synergistic effect where you get 121 minerals into your body, into your cells within 20 minutes. It's in your bloodstream in 20 minutes and in your cells, no, the other way around. It's in your bloodstream in 10 minutes, 6 minutes and in your cells in 20. So you're getting all the nutrition, everything that hasn't been available in your food, and where there's all these nutritional gaps, you're going to turn to the sea instead of the land. When the land's been depleted, you're going to turn to the sea, and we're getting all these nutrients in Body Balance, and the seaweed and the aloe. So that is giving you foundational nutrition. It gives you all the foundations to fill in the gaps that you're not going to be getting in food. The reason why it's so powerful also is the seaweed, the 9 seaweeds. Seaweed is known as a natural chelator too. So you're putting you're mineralising the cells, so you're filling the cells with minerals that you're lacking, and you're also detoxifying, and the seaweed has a chelating effect, so it's drawing out toxins in the body. But the BeNEW is what we're really excited about, and I mean, our vision is to basically, you know, if you have a look, is to become the BeNEW nation. So that means we're becoming a nation. We're trying to transform. We're not trying. We are transforming everybody, one person at a time. Now, the reason this is cutting edge, this is a system. It's a slimming weight loss system that's made up of 3 products. But I'll talk about one which is really cutting edge. So we have a metabolism booster, which is our BeLean. We've got the BeFull, and we've got the BePure. So the idea is you buy the pack, you go on the BePure. The BePure is the gentle colonic cleanse. You take that for the first week. It's got great ingredients in it, like senna. It helps that peristaltic action. It just helps you eliminate and detox. And you take that for the first week of the program. You can take it in the morning or in the evening. And we'll be hearing from quite a few people in this room that have lost a lot of weight on this program soon. The BeFull is your meal replacement. So it's a shake. You take that once a day instead of a meal. And it's got all the vitamins and minerals in it in the exact sort of composition that you need. And that replaces one meal. And it's really easy and simple. And I have mine in the morning. And it's burning fat all day too. But this is the cutting edge product. This is the BeLean. Now the BeLean is, if you can combine, if you look at all the other weight loss systems around on the planet at the moment, you might have heard of, who's heard of green coffee bean? You know, white kidney bean, marastrum, raspberry ketones. Okay, most weight loss systems have one of these superfoods, one of these whole foods in them. We have all 5. So we've got green coffee bean, white kidney bean, marastrum, raspberry ketones, and fucosanthin. And I'll just talk a little bit about each of them. And if you want to ask, me in more detail afterwards, we can do that. But basically, the green coffee bean has something called chlorogenic acid, and that just helps the liver break down fat. So it basically helps you melt visceral fat. So it's working on the belly fat, the toxic fat. All of these 5 superfoods that are in there are working on to break down that toxic fat. So if you've got something like fucosanthin, which is a brown seaweed, that actually goes in and creates what's called a thermogenic effect. So it's like a fat burning system. So you're creating this fat burning system in the body that literally melts the fat that is causing, you know, inflammation of organs. That's around all the organs that's causing toxicity in the body. The other ingredient I love, and I can see my time's up, so you can ask me afterwards. The other super ingredient in this is actually the white kidney bean, because the white kidney bean is like a blocker. It acts as a starch blocker. So if you can imagine all these we eat a whole lot of carbs, and instead of those then hanging around in your body and turning, being pulled into the fat cells, it's actually blocked and it actually gets pulled into the muscle to create muscle rather than being stored as fat. So isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Is that amazing? So, I could go on about this forever because it's amazing, but our vision as a company is to get this in everybody's bodies and to become a BeNEW nation, so that we're trying to make, we are, get rid of this trying word, we are making a difference to people, one person at a time. And I myself have lost, I can see my waist now, I haven't seen my waist in big baggy clothes. So we're making a difference one person at a time. And I have to tell you one more thing that I learned from Krista, Michael's wife, Krista Way. She talked about how we have a lot of our neurotransmitters, actually more neurotransmitters in our gut over here than we have in our heart and even in our brain. So these neurotransmitters, it's like your serotonin and your dopamine, and when you release the fat, when we get rid of the fat, we come more into our joy and we're able to feel happier. And what a lot of us are noticing is that we're just feeling more joy as we're on these products, and we're becoming more of who we are. So as we peel away the layers of fat, we actually start to come into more of who we are. And if we can have the transformation on the planet, more people coming into who we really are, we can really create transformation, and that's the vision of this company. And I invite you to join us and be that drop in the ocean to create the transformation that this planet really needs and help raise the consciousness, together. Thank you.
So you've heard it, folks. This is the hottest weight loss program on the planet. It's a brand new concept in weight loss, and it's going to transform this entire industry. Can you imagine what a product like this can do for the world? It's a real issue, it's a real problem. Obesity is a real concern. It even affects economies, okay? And this product here, later on tonight, we're going to show you how you can purchase this product tonight, folks. That's fantastic. And gain the benefits, similar benefits to what Vera mentioned. You can have access to this product tonight. But we're also going to share with you later how you can be a part of our global vision, how you can come in and join our community and do some great work on the planet. Yeah, is anyone interested in that? Yeah. This is fantastic. Okay, and so with that, I'd like to welcome up a couple of people that have been on the BeNEW program. And first, I would like to welcome a very dear lady who I've only just gotten to meet, Robyn, over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks? And the transformation I've seen has just been mind-blowing. Oh, really? So please give Robyn a warm welcome. Robyn.
Day 28. I'm on the program. I'm doing the power shift, 9 kilos.
Oh.
8 centimetres. 11 centimetres.
Wow.
8 centimetres.
Wow.
And how I feel is just incredible. Sleeping through the night, my eyesight's improved, my moods have stabilised, and I seriously have actually almost messed up the program. Okay, I've been eating naughty with it. Okay, but I've just felt so fantastic. But yeah, I've been still doing the champagne with the girlfriends. I've still been going out and having pizza and meals out. Okay. However, in the last week, I've noticed that my taste buds have changed, and now it feels like I can't eat sugar anymore. Because when I eat it, I feel okay when I eat it, but 10 minutes later, I get this real low. So, and I had serious sugar cravings. I also used to drink quite a lot. Now I don't crave alcohol anymore, it's all gone. So I consider myself now the great incredible shrinking Robyn.
And now I would like to welcome up Dr. Darag Rennie. He's got a background in medicine, and he's also refocused his attention on preventative healthcare, and he's also gone through, I believe, the 90-day challenge. So welcome up Darag, Rennie.
Hi guys. People look at me and say, well, why are you trying to lose weight? I've only lost like 5 kgs, so it wasn't that big, but in terms of what happened to me, it's phenomenal. But and what I want you to know is that this isn't just for people who are overweight or obese. Overweight or obese is defined as people over 25 BMI and over 30 BMI. So I was under 25, just under 25. But do you know that 40% of people under 25 BMI, so normal weight people, are actually unhealthy in terms of their visceral fat? They end up with metabolic syndrome, hypertension problems, blood sugar problems, cholesterol, all those things. And so just to look at someone and say they're thin doesn't mean to say they're healthy. So that was me. And so I went on this project. I knew I was going to lose weight. And I'm just about to finish my 90-day challenge on Tuesday. And sometimes I can be really stupid, And the week before I started the challenge, I saw this suit. And I thought, great, a new suit. And I went and bought it. I'll show you. I'm not going to show you too much. So when I bought this suit, my stomach was over there, and you know how they used to have pleats in pants? And this didn't have pleats? And my stomach hung over a bit, and I was like, oh, that load makes me look fat. I don't think I should buy this suit. And I thought, no, if I can fit into that suit, I'll be really happy. But guess what? I don't just fit into it. I can actually make my own piece. The most amazing thing, and Robyn said it as well, I expected to lose the body fat. I had no idea how good I would feel. I've struggled with my weight since I was 15. Most people don't realize that. Just because you're thin doesn't mean to say you're not struggling. I was a fat kid, and it was embarrassing. So, and I've been doing all sorts of things for decades to keep my weight down. And so to lose weight, to feel it go, without thinking about it, without needing to do anything, without feeling deprived, and just to feel this amazing energy. And I say to people that I'm Pisces, right? I used to feel like two fish swimming in opposite direction in the Pisces sign. I get an impulse to do something, and then all this undercurrent would happen. The other fish would go on, maybe not, all that kind of stuff would go on. And what happens, I notice now, the best kind of analogy I've got, I feel like a shoal of fish, like I am a shoal of fish. You know how shoal of fish acts? When something happens in the environment, one fish gets it and the rest follow. So what happens now is I feel like that shoal, that all of a sudden, that if I get an impulse to do something, there's no pullback. There's just that, well, I'm there. And and it's just that, when I think about it, my whole journey has been about helping people transform their lives through good healthy things. And what I look at it is that when you feed your body right, then your spirit and your mind can work better. And that getting that whole mind, body, spirit alignment, this product has done more for me than anything else I've come across. So, thank you.